deal with entities if you have a very vivid imagination.
Shop.
What
That's all
that
they
means
want.
is you have
Consume.
a very strong ability to
Buy.
manifest or create in
Manifest.
non-physical realms. You can create rocks and trees and people and birds and cars and light bulbs, everything and anything.
This
You
whole
can
front of the
imagine
town.
it and manifest it.
Why your voice so low, fucking Rich?
The realm from which these entities come
Give it up for Rich.
are non-physical. So when you tune into an entity, if you give it some thought, if like you've seen an entity in your space here or there, and maybe it looks like a reptilian, maybe it looks like a fucking spider, maybe it looks like some creepy other fucking thing.
I got a creepy
Demon or some
motherfucking
shit,
thing for
or
you.
it looks like Aunt fucking Rosie or some damn thing.
Not Aunt Rosie.
But it's giving you some grief and giving you some shit.
I can't cut Rich off. It doesn't give me my drop down screen.
It is coming into your space.
Why is it over on the side?
But you have
Rich.
to be in tune with it. There's something.
Fuck up, Rich. Damn. Phones are difficult. I got my tablet to work again. It works. I said I would tell the story about the lava men because it's a very interesting story. Years ago, in 2005, we used to live in another place out here. And in the back of the place we lived was this crazy circle in the woods. I would go out there and meditate and shit. I was some sort of dead Indian out there or something. Called him the Cro-Magnon man. And I started talking to him. Couldn't see him, but he was there. It was weird. And he showed me with my pineal gland what had happened. He's like, 12,000 years ago, this was the shallow inland sea. I could see it. I could see this guy on the beach and all these people with him. And he said there was these underwater volcanoes that went off. Which, here in Texas we have, south of us we have, San Marcos, and it's Edwards University or some shit. It's on these domes. And they're lava domes. And they erupted while they were underwater. And you could see this lava people. I guess they were people made out of lava or some shit. Silicone beings of some sort. They were fucking fire. But when they hit that water, I guess they got sucked out the drain. And of their volcano. They sucked out, and as soon as they hit the water, it was like agony. You know, because if you're a lava man, the last fucking thing you want is to find yourself in the fucking water. You know, and they were steaming off the ocean. And they were looking at his people, and they were trying to get in them, like entities that try to possess people. And he's like, I did the only thing I could. I turned them into these trees. And I thought that was strange. But if you go out there, even now, there's all these weird cedar trees or some shit. No, they're junipers. They're juniper trees. And they all bend and point to that fucking place. I've been through all them woods out there. And once you go around the greater circle, all those trees point towards that one spot. They have a weird bend. Like you see a tree that looks like it's got pulled down. And that's what he said. And then one time, he said, you should go get your father. You should have the father, the line. Because I had my son. I had my dad, and I had myself. That's 3 generations of our line. You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's a relative. Who the fuck knows? I mean, dead Cro-Magnon man. Fucking shapeshifter. You never know. It's far back. We only get back to 1789. 12,000 years. A lot can happen in 12,000 years. But, I went and told my dad. I just went like a fucking dumbass kid. I'm 25. I'm not a dumbass kid, but young and dumb enough to be like, go and tell my dad. My dad says, fuck that motherfucker. He's been fucking with me my whole life. And then I guess he's right. And to my dad's perspective, he had a different experience than I did, but I understood it, and I just went back and had a lot of weird experiences out there. Some of them were my own fault, but some of them were not. That's the good thing about being a holonaut. You just blame everything on your own self. I had some weird mushroom I took. So I must have smoked the wrong cigarette. Yeah, whatever. Oh, a dead fucking raccoon. Another time, hold on, this is associated with the same thing. A couple months after that had happened, on the TV, they had a commercial. They were showing the Edwards University, which I think is some sort of Catholic school, or, you know, like a college, but maybe a religious youth-based college or something. Not youth-based, a faith-based school. And oh no, someone lost their mask. This spot that we're driving here, one time 5 people got ran over right in this spot that I'm in. Maybe the baby lived, or maybe the baby died, but it was even a baby. It was horrible. It was sad. So they showed that this used to be a volcano, and they erupted 12,000 years ago underwater. And I was like, I'll be damned. Because there they said it. They said 12,000 years ago. I didn't make the shit up. You know, I could see it like a first-person game in my own mind's eye. But it wasn't like as if, I called him the shaman. Now I'd be the shaman. Or the Cro-Magnon man. Sometimes the dead Indian, but that was kind of rude, so I didn't do it. I went out there one time, and I had prayed because I was about to go back to Houston. I was trying to get all my go back to Houston shit together. And I had prayed, and I had a really crazy Jesus encounter where, like, I turned and I looked at the west, and I could see the sun, and I could see Jesus in the sun, and he's like, beware of the worshipers of the sun. I was like, well, I guess that's the Catholic Church. I guess I know what that is. And then when I turned the other way, the path that went out of the woods the other way from the house went towards the east. And I could see, and he's like, beware. And then I saw it spelled out unity, but there was no I in unity. It was UN blank. That's the pathway forward. And then TY. So it was unity, like no I in the unity. And I was like, I wonder what the fuck that means. And it took me many years, but I finally realized. I was like, well, if I'm not in it, it can't be unity. You have to have the I in it for it to be unity. Because if you're not in it, it's not unity. At least that's what I assume. But I have a lot of psycho-spiritual experiences because I'm open to them. It's auntie. It's auntie. It's not untie. It's auntie. It's unthankful. TY is thank you, so it could be unthankful. Beware of unthankfulness. That's not how you spell untie. Untie is Why are you fucking my video up? You fucking my video up? Whopper gets that good. He's got that gun. That gun needs to get a new charger. If anybody knows where the hell to get a charger to one of these things, or a new one, because even asking the doctor, nobody wants to help, nobody cares, nobody gives a shit. If you look it up on the internet, you get another one for $700, and we ain't rich. That's fucking a little thick for our blood, but you know, I think he's about to where he's ready to pay the $700 fucking dollars if he's got to. Because you can't charge the thing up, you can't hear him. The wind blows, you can't fucking hear him. It's a fucking bitch. But I've since then point to point connected the dots, because I used to have dreams about this side, because only one time I'd gone down this road, which if you go, it goes all the way into our main town, and I got stoned and lost on it one day and drove all the way. You can drive and drive and drive, and it puts you up at the highway that we were just on, way the fuck north. But, you know, you're going down this crazy ass, you're in the cattle ranch and shit. So it was a really weird drive, but I got sidetracked. Oh, my dream. I would have dreams over here about me and my friend Tim and somebody else. And on this side of the river, you could fly. And as closer as you got to 95, it like sucked you to the ground. Like you had to land. But on this side, you could be in the air and fly. It was very weird. Because I had like 3 or 4 dreams like that. And it was always something with Highway 95. And then you would, once you cross that, it's like when you cross the railroad tracks. It like cuts your plasma implosions of your blood off. So you sink to the earth. It was pretty fucking intense. Other than that, that's the Lava Man story. If you don't buy that, I don't know what to tell you. It has to be something to it. If not, look up Drunvalo Melchizedek. He'll tell you about meeting lava people and going into lava bubbles. He must have met some nice ones. The ones I met, I didn't meet them. I saw from their first person. You know, I saw from the perspective of the Lava Man, and even felt the pain of being suffocated by water from my fire body, which was very unpleasant. So I know how that feels, and I don't even know how to express that is true, and it is. Have a nice day, sons of bitches.